Hey, what's going on, lads and lasses? I'm TheSilverSlasher, and welcome to another Sword and Shield reaction video. I'm so tired, bros. Why are these things at 6 a.m. here? Like, I did not sleep very well. I'm just getting right out of bed and recording. I did get ever so slightly spoiled. I instinctively opened Twitter when I woke up, and it said, like, Gigantamax form leaked in Koro, and I was like, nope. So I don't know what the Gigantamax is, but there's gonna be one. Am I wrong for not really caring about Gigantamaxes? It has already turned 6. I cut this down to the wire. And there's nothing on the channel yet, so I guess I'll just keep talking. But yeah, so far, I really just don't think I care too much about about that whole thing. Like I said, maybe that's not fair, but I just don't, bro. It's like, they haven't given me much of a reason to be too impressed or anything yet. Maybe this will be the one that changes my mind. But it is not popping up. I will assume it's playing on the Pokemon. It's just going to be uploaded to the official YouTube channel. I did not see any sort of streams or anything, so I presume it will be here. Oh, that's something. Alright, why did they do the spaced out text? Gigantamax Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. The thumbnail, let's just get into it, dude. Holy crap, what am I in for here? Okay, Big Cake. We know about Big Cake. What the? I'm concerned by that thumbnail. I don't really like what I saw there, but I don't know. New Gigantamax forms for Pika. I think I saw a Fat Pika. I know some people were talking about Fat Pika before the games came out. That is a fat, classic-looking Pikachu. That's amazing. That's actually pretty great. Like, I don't know why his tail is so long, but he's adorable. He's all chubby, and that's what I like. That's the Pikachu I like. Paralyzes all opponents, even ground types. Look at that. Receive this Pikachu by using play records from Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I hate when they do that. Can I just say that? I hate when they do that stuff. Why is Eevee so fluffy? What the heck? And why does it sound so vicious? Okay, I'm not as big a fan of Dynamax Eevee, or Gigantamax Eevee, whatever they call it. Opposite gender opponents become infatuated. Okay. I figured it would be a Let's Go Eevee thing, if the other one was Let's Go Pikachu. Oh, Charizard? Holy crap, bro. Okay, Gen 1 did not need any more love, but that looks sick. That's actually kind of insane. He's got, like, his wings are made of fire. All non-fire types take damage for 4 turns. Holy crap, dude. Are we gonna get any... It's all Gen 1. Are we gonna get any non-Gigantamax? I'm gonna guess no, because it's still going, but why is it all Gen 1? Stop! Why is it all Gen 1? I know I saw Meowth in that thumbnail, so we're gonna go even more Gen 1 here in a second. Like, I'm pretty sure we are. Exclusive early purchase bonus. It's a box with Meowth inside. Receive the special Meowth that can do that horrifying crap. Yeah, I was like, that's why I was like, I don't think I like what I saw in the thumbnail. Gigantamax Meowth. Yeah, I am, I don't really know how to comment on that one, if I'm honest with you. It confuses all targets and earns an in-game cash bonus. Okay. Anything else, or is this what we're doing today? This is what we're doing today. Please stop waking me up at 6 a.m. Maybe I'm alone on this one. My initial thoughts, I feel nothing. I don't feel excitement or anything of the sort. I am literally, I'm just kind of upset by some of it, and that's it. Like, it's kind of like Sirfetch'd. I'm not like, yeah, the evolution Farfetch'd finally deserves. I'm just like, oh, why did you make it silly? Like, or not silly, but why did you make it like a fighting type and then not make it like Farfetch'd? Like, you know, it just was disappointing on that front. And I feel the exact same way here. Mainly, why is it all Gen 1? Like, I just talked about this in the Sun episode, an episode of the Sun Randomizer Nuzlocke, but why can they not stop? We're done with Gen 1, dude. We're done. It's not nostalgic anymore. Like, look, if you make Gigantamax Charizard here, it looks awesome. No one's gonna take away from you the fact that it looks awesome. And no one's gonna take away from you the fact that you have Fat Pikachu. You know, you start off with Fat Pikachu, I'm like, okay, Pikachu's like the mascot, of course, like, it doesn't matter. And then Charizard looks awesome. But why does it have to be 3 more Gen 1s? And can I just say, I do not like there's so many things I don't like, actually. Like, I'm still not in love with Gigantamax, you know? Like, personally, I don't actually like how any of the Gigantamax forms look, except for, like, Corviknight, Charizard, and Pikachu because he's silly. You know, like, Gigantamax doesn't look cool so far, really. Like, most of them look ridiculous. Like, I guess Meowth, while looking ridiculous, looks a little intimidating because of his, like, eyes, but, like, I don't know, like, I've just not been impressed by the whole Gigantamax, and this definitely didn't change my mind. I don't know why we have to get more Gen 1 nostalgia, and why, when we're doing more Gen 1 nostalgia, why does it have to be Charizard over everyone else again? Are we gonna get Blastoise and Venusaur? I don't know, it could happen, but I guess something you can say is, thanks to Charizard, we now know you're either gonna be able to catch Charizard in the wild, or, like, because I guess Leon has a Charizard, so we kind of knew he was going to be in the game already. I guess I never really thought about that because it was a enemy trainer Pokemon. But, like, I wonder if you're going to be able to catch him. Are they going to let you catch a starter in a normal game? They don't do that too often, you know, it's mostly in, like, the Friend Safari and stuff. Or is it going to be like, when you beat the game, Leon gives you a Charmander and you can train it up to be Gigantamax Charizard? The whole idea that only specific Pokemon can Gigantamax sucks. I'm sorry, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, and it's in the same game that they're going through all this effort to be like, look, you can use your your team Pokemon for your playthrough for competitive. Isn't that cool? Also, you can't Gigantamax them. So if they're a Pokemon with a Gigantamax form, you can't actually bring them to competitive because there's no way the non-Gigantamax form will be weaker than the Gigantamax form. It's like a 0% chance, so I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's like, I don't know how this whole thing's gonna work. I'm not super in love with it, but anyway, let's read about all these dudes because, you know, it's, I would say we should do such a thing, and, yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling because I don't know what good things to say here other than Charizard looks cool, and I like that it's Fat Pikachu. Anyway, let's look at Fat Pikachu. I really hate it has to be the Let's Go Pikachu one. I hate this so much. Anyway, 68'11". 68'11" plus. We don't even know. Our tape measure doesn't go that high. Of course, just electric, just static. Its tail stores electricity and is super powerful. All the electricity it generates in the sacs in its cheeks is stored in its tail. In battle, it will strike opponents with its tail and send a jolt of electricity through them as great as any lightning strike. It can generate far more electricity than before. Look at him just like stepping. He's adorable. It's so powerful that now it can produce enough electricity to rival a power plant. However, using this electricity to help power people's homes seems difficult, as Pikachu can only remain Gigantamax for a short time. So what you're saying is, like, officially, legally, Roly-Coly is better than Dynamax Pikachu. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. The G-Max move, G-Max Volt Crash. Electric-type moves used by Gigantamax Pikachu will change to G-Max Volt Crash. G-Max Volt Crash will not only deal damage, but also paralyze all opponents. Okay. I mean, we obviously don't know the levels here, but it doesn't seem to have done that much to Mimikyu here. And Mimikyu doesn't have the craziest defenses of all time, so I don't know about that. Anyway, let's move on to Gigantamax Charizard. See, he looks awesome. If they wanted to do, like, if it was just, like, in the group of all of them, they threw Charizard, I would have been like, sick. Also, it's kind of cool that his thing goes around his tail instead of his head, like all the rest. You can catch Gigantamax Pokemon. Yeah, so you might not actually be able to get Charmander or Charmeleon. You will be able to by breeding, almost 100%, but it would seem that the only ones that are going to be able to Gigantamax are the freaking max raid battle ones. Like, that's such a silly idea that I don't know why they're integrating it. I really don't understand why they would bother doing that. Like, you made Megas available to everyone, you said to have the stone, so just do the same thing, and you'll have your problem solved? Or, you know, have to have full happiness with a Pokemon for them to become a Gigantamax? Like, I don't know, do something to make it so that it's not specific ones? Maybe I'm just crazy, but, you'd think after putting in all the effort to make playthrough Pokemon, like, be competitive, you would not want to immediately ban, like, immediately limit your new feature to non-playthrough Pokemon. I mean, unless you stop and catch a Charizard in the middle of your playthrough, but we don't even know if that'll be possible. And it says it won't be easy, so it'll probably take you a long time. I don't know, man. It has a blazing fire inside its body. The flames inside its body have become stronger, and now fire erupts from its mouth and horns in addition to its tail. It seems that the strength of the flames increases when Charizard roars. Charizard's flames have become enhanced with Gigantamax power and now form wings on its back. These wings are hotter than magma. Charizard can fire them off to scorch its opponents. Cool. G-Max Wildfire. Fire types attacks used by Gigantamax Charizard will change to G-Max Wildfire. G-Max Wildfire doesn't just deal damage to an opponent when it hits, it will also continue to deal damage for 4 turns to any Pokemon that isn't Fire type. Alright, I mean, also I'm sad that we're still seeing Duraludon, like, I'm assuming, like, I don't know. I'm starting to think that this is his final form, which depresses me so hard. Like, it does not look like a final form Pokemon. Come on, it looks like it evolves one more time. It really does. And being Dynamaxed doesn't mean that it won't evolve one more time. It could still, but the fact that they just continue to show, you know, here's Charizard against Duraludon. You know, they talked about Duraludon and Tyranitar. I'm starting to get worried. Like, I don't think the fact that they talked about it fighting Tyranitar means anything. They obviously want the new Pokemon to sound strong, but I don't know, man. Anyway, we got Gigantamax Eevee. You are, like, let me go back down to all of them. Like, you are potentially my least favorite one, Eevee. I'm, like, I don't know, like, it just looks silly. And your fur is basically just turned upside down and you're 100 feet tall and it's around your ear instead of your whole head. Like, I don't know. Its luscious fur will enamor its opponents. The fur around its neck has become extra fluffy and luxurious thanks to Gigantamax power. Any opponent caught in this fur becomes enamored with Eevee and loses the will to fight. Well, not necessarily. Isn't it like a 50% chance? Like, isn't infatuation like a 50% chance? Gigantamaxing has caused Eevee to become more rambunctious than ever, and it will attempt to play with any opponent. However, it often ends up crushing its opponent due to its massive size. And G-Max Cuddle. Normal type attacks used by Gigantamax Eevee will change to G-Max Cuddle. G-Max Cuddle doesn't only deal damage when it hits, any opponent that is the opposite gender will become infatuated. Okay. And we got Gigantamax Meowth. I don't know why you did this, like, but at least his face is nice and ominous. I like that. But this whole thing, I don't know, like, honestly, I'm probably more likely to use this one than I am to use, like, Eevee or Butterfree, so yeah, I mean, he looks ridiculous, but it's fine. He's the tallest one, I think, at 108'3". Gigantamaxing has caused Meowth's body to stretch to astounding lengths, and the coin on its head has also become massive. The giant coin can emit a torrent of Gigantamax power, filling the surrounding area with a powerful golden gleam. Meowth loves shiny objects, and when it sees skyscrapers lined with glass, it won't be able to resist the urge to sharpen its claws on them. This behavior can cause considerable damage, such as wearing down the exterior walls and breaking windows. I would imagine so. He's very huge. G-Max Gold Rush. Normal type attacks used by Gigantamax Meowth will change to G-Max Gold Rush. G-Max Gold Rush deals damage to the opponents, of course, but that's not all. It will also scatter coins all over the area, giving you a considerable in-game cash bonus after the battle. Okay, I just thought of something, but let's finish off Gigantamax Butterfree first. Like, you're just Mothra now. Like, you're just Mothra, which you think would make me like you more, but it doesn't. I'm sorry. Its most notable feature is its blinding wings, which have grown to gigantic proportions. The light of its wings comes from their scales, which can inflict paralysis, poisoning, or sleep on its opponents. These scales are Butterfree's most effective weapons. This is kind of like... Huh. Alright. Butterfree's vast wings can stir up a wind strong enough to lift a 10-ton truck just by flapping. How does it not just throw your Pokemon against the walls of the arena? Like... I don't think they stand much of a chance. This wind also scatters poisonous scales around the arena, so simply being near this Pokemon is very dangerous. I feel like whenever they make something like this, where it's like, we took Butterfree and tried to make it scary, they're like, any Pokemon that's even close will die! Like, bug-type attacks used by Gigantamax Butterfree will change to G-Max Befuddle. G-Max Befuddle doesn't only deal damage, it will also scatter scales around, blah blah, poison, paralyzed, or fall asleep. So, I don't know if it's just random for each Pokemon. Judging by the fact that these two are both asleep, I'll assume it's not that, and that it's actually, you know, it picks one and then they all get that. But You know, have we seen confirmation that double battles are back yet? Because if not, here it is, I guess. And then we're going to be able to Dynamax during them, because we've got big old Dynamax Obstagoon here. So anyway, that would appear to be it. I really thought this announcement would be more, but like, I think the other worst part about this whole thing, even on top of the fact that a lot of them don't look good, you know, I should go back to the webcam. Even on top of the fact that I don't really like how Butterfree or Eevee like look, and on top of the fact that it's all Gen 1, it's that it's all the same Gen 1. You know, do you see what I'm getting at here? When they showed up in Gen 7, and they said, hey, want to use Sand Slash again? I was like, no. And they're like, what if it's Ice and Steel type and looks completely different? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, they showed up in this game and said, hey, want to use Zigzagoon again? I was like, no. And they were like, what if it looks like the cutest Pokemon of this generation? And I was like, okay, I'll use Galarian Zigzagoon. But now, we've got these Gigantamax things. They're the 3-turn effects, and to use them, you have to bring regular-ass Pikachu, regular-ass Charizard, regular-ass Eevee, regular-ass Meowth, or regular-ass Butterfree. Like, I get that I know we're getting a new form, so in all likelihood, if you do that, you won't have to stare at regular-ass Charizard for too long, but, like, I don't know, man. It just feels wrong. I'm just so sick of the Gen 1 nostalgia. Like, I thought we were done. Honestly, I thought after Kanto has been in 5 games, like, the original games were re-released recently, like, it was like 3 years ago, they re-released the original games. You know, we did Gen 7 with all Kanto Alola forms. Another remake of Kanto came out 1 year ago. Like, I thought we would just be done, finally. I thought we would finally be done, and it would be time for other generations, you know, it'd be time for Gens 4 and 5 to get their nostalgia, because there is nostalgia for them. People are nostalgic for those generations. I thought, I got my hopes up that this might finally be time, and instead, I am Boo Boo the Fool, because I'm sitting here looking at this whole thing. I'm like, we've seen like 20 new Pokemon, that might even, I mean, like, how many are here? Like, there's 8 in each row, 8, 16, 24, 24, 25, I know, well, there's Gigantamax in there, dang it, 21, 22, 23. We've seen like 23 Pokemon if you include Galarian form, so even less if you don't include that. So, like, we haven't seen anything, and we're just getting Gen 1 stuff thrown on us. And in terms of the, like, Galarian forms, we have, out of, like, if you count Sirfetch'd, if you count Zigzagoon, the Zigzagoon line as 1, and you count Sirfetch'd as 1, we basically have 3 out of 4 Galarian forms from Kanto. Like, Sirfetch'd is technically not a Galarian form. He's technically just an evolution to Farfetch'd. But, like, he's an evolution to a Gen 1 Pokemon when there are so many others that could use it. Like, I was so excited. I feel like they just baited us in with Galarian Zigzagoon. They're like, see, it's not all Gen 1 this time. And then they're secretly like, all the rest of them are going to be Gen 1. Like, I'm starting to believe that might be the case. There was like, you may think there were more Alola forms, but there was only like 15 or 16 if you include evolution lines as, like, you know, if you include Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales as 2. There was only like, what was it, 16, 18? Like, there were not that many. So, if we're already sitting at 5, and we already know, or 6, well, no, 5. We'll say 5 because Sirfetch'd doesn't really count. If we're already sitting at 5, and we know that a 6th one is going to be Rapidash, it's like, how many more can that possibly be? Like, if we follow the previous gen, that leaves like 10 or 12, including the different evolution lines. And it's like, how many of those are going to be Kanto? When is Kanto going to freaking stop? I love it. I love Kanto. Even I praise X and Y on a near daily basis, and when I think about my ranking of Pokemon games, I still struggle immensely to put it above Kanto games because I love Gen 1. But I am so sick of it. Like, Like, look, this is not the end of the world. Like, this is obviously, I'm hyped up because I'm doing a video, which makes my exaggerations, like, it makes my reactions to things more exaggerated. That's why people even watch reaction videos. Because if I was just watching this normally, I would just be like, oh, that looks cool, I can't wait to use that when the game comes out. And then I would go about my day. But I get all hyped up so that I can do stuff like this, and, you know, as somebody who, thus far, has talked about and played Pokemon for a living, like the first generation that I did YouTube for was X and Y. And the first one I did this channel for was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so I have been in, like, Gen 1 nostalgia has never been out for me. You know, like, it has never not been a part of doing this, and thus, I am viciously sick of it. Like, I don't know, and the thing is, look, dude, like, I don't want to be... Oops, I'm gonna have to cut that out. I accidentally cut to the wrong scene in OBS. Look, I don't want to be too harsh, my dudes. Like, I don't want to be too harsh. I actually like Galarian Meowth. You know, I actually think this is really cool. You know, I thought it was silly at first because the thumbnail made it look ridiculous. The fact that it's this long, huge body, but I like how, like, menacing it is, and I really hope it's, like, I hope it's reasonably strong. It would be cool to have a pure normal type that you normally would evolve, have a reason to stay unevolved so that you can get this giant form. And I hate this. It's only one specific Meowth that you get from Mystery Gift. I really don't understand why they've done that. I guess they want Gigantamax to feel that much more special than Dynamax, but it's just so annoying to me. And the thing is, it's not even going to be a problem, dude. Like, because I have Let's Go Pikachu, I have a save file. I have a Let's Go Eevee game that I can play through and have been meaning to play through, so I can do that. And, like, I have internet, so I can get this. Did they say anything about this? Yeah, say it's just max raid battles. So, like, it's not like I'm gonna be unable to get these guys, but I just don't like that they've done that. Like, if it could just be any Meowth, I would honestly consider catching a Meowth early game and, like, using it throughout my game and using Gigantamax Meowth. But I don't want to get one from the internet and use it throughout my game. I'm not really into that. I think in X and Y I didn't use that Blaziken. I think I got it and then just put it in the PC, you know, when they gave you the Torchic. Like, I don't really remember, but I don't know, man. But, I mean, it's hard to be mad when you see this. Look at this pimp right now. But it's just, you know, when I saw that this was happening, when this popped on screen, and I realized that this was going to be the thing, this was going to be the video, I was hoping for something better. I was hoping for some more diversity. You know, I guess that's really what it comes down to. I was hoping we would see some Gen 4 or 5 boy pop up and finally get... I was hoping they would be like, whoa, Gigantamax, Rampardos, you know, take some Pokemon that's good but not considered to be phenomenal and make them phenomenal, you know. I was hoping for something like that, but apparently they're just not done with Gen 1. Either way, I don't want to be... I think I've been too much of a downer here. This set of Pokemon still looks fantastic. I'm, like, I will say, I probably like Meowth and Charizard Gigantamax forms more than I like Dreadnought, Corviknight, or Alcremie, honestly. I mean, Corviknight's cool, he just doesn't look different enough. He just looks the same to me. So, like, yeah, I don't know, like, I would say these are probably my two favorite Gigantamax forms so far, probably followed closely behind by Fat Pika. And this is a great selection of Pokemon. I want to use so many of them, you know, I'm already thinking through, like, you know, there's going to be a lot of Pokemon in this game we don't know. Which ones am I going to use for sure? Like, I think I'm for sure going to use Roly-Poly on my first playthrough, because I think he's my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon so far, and I really want to know what he turns into. Because I'm hoping he turns into, like, a fast physical attacker. I think that would be really cool, you know, to have a, and I think he'll be Rock Fire. I'm hoping for that as well. I'm hoping he'll be a fast Rock Fire physical attacker. I think that would be super cool. I might use Duraludon. I really want him to evolve viciously bad, especially since it's weird, like, I don't know, after, like, Corviknight and Dreadnought, I was like, would they really show us another Pokemon that has the potential to be the Pseudo, but is, like, weirdly not a evolution or pre-evolution? Like, I guess Corviknight and Dreadnought could be, like, evolutions or pre-evolutions. Well, no, we know that Dreadnought, no, we actually know they won't be pre-evolutions, but they might have pre-evolutions. But yeah, I'm like, I might get an Obstagoon. I really like... The problem is, I don't really like Obstagoon that much. I really like Galarian Zigzagoon, though. Maybe I'll do a Galarian Zigzagoon solo run. I probably will use a Galarian Weezing, honestly. He's pretty cool. I don't know, at the end of the day, I guess I should just say... I was pretty negative about today. Overall, I'm just upset that it's more Gen 1 nostalgia. You know, if we had replaced Eevee and Butterfree with freaking Buffalont and, like, Hawlucha, you know, just picked random other generations, I would have been much happier with it. Like, you wouldn't hear me complaining at all. Like, I might have been like, well, 3 of them were Kanto, but, like, if they just diversified it even a little bit, if there was some Gen 2 in there, you know Gen 2 is freaking 20 years old now, right? Like, it's just, like, I just wish it was more than Kanto, but I guess for now, it's looking like Gigantamax is going to be exclusively Kanto and Galar, so what are you going to do? These games are still going to be phenomenal. I'm not looking forward to them any less, and, yeah, I guess that's all there is to say. I was hoping there would be at least one new Pokemon today to really, like, look at, but I don't know. Either way, thanks for watching.